Only the rain speaks. Hostile bound. Staff is dreaming. Waiting for the light. Above the clouds. Treading the thin line. Where the clouds come to rest. In search of stories.
Raincoat, umbrella.
Chính là tao hái à. Này. Anh chưa sang cậu.
त्यांची हातभार नको.
Where the mountains touch the heavens. Heart of the clouds. Sapa Lake. Sapa Square. Again, Hanoi. Find my own vibe.